This is Valley News Live at 10.
Good evening and happy Friday, everyone. The weekend is here and some big travel days are ahead for many. Let's head straight to Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson tonight for a first look at the forecast. Hutch?
Stacy, thanks so much. And as we glide into the weekend, we have some changes that'll be upon us. Right now, things very quiet, and that will continue for most of us through the overnight hours. We do see some showers of rain near Pierce, South Dakota. A few snow showers moving into the oil patches. Temperatures heading into your evening are in the 20s up in Langdon and Hallock. Grand Forks, one of the cool spots at 25, but Detroit Lakes holding on to 30 degrees. That's 32 as we look off to the west in Jamestown. It's a roller coaster weekend, and Saturday will be the better of the 2 days. Let's get right to it. First and foremost, you can plan on temperatures a little cooler than today with a northwest wind, but not nearly as strong as today. Overnight, Saturday into Sunday, that's when Hutch has to move and show you the details on some falling temperatures, a few flakes in the forecast as well. So, Stacy, we'll have hour-by-hour details on what you can expect, but Saturday definitely the better of the 2 weekend days, and we'll highlight what you can expect if you have travel plans for the big holiday week ahead in a moment.
All right, thanks so much, Hutch. A teacher at Oak Grove School is being investigated for allegedly using their cell phone inappropriately in a classroom. That's according to an email President Michael Sleddy sent to parents and confirmed to us today. According to the school, the North Campus teacher has been placed on administrative leave. We'll continue to follow this story as more details are uncovered. New tonight at 10, this week has brought a number of tragedies to the Red River Valley, including Tuesday's triple homicide when a couple and their unborn daughter were gunned down at work. Tonight, we're investigating the effect these events have on local law enforcement. Valley News Live's Aaron Walling spoke with Fargo PD about what's available for officers who need emotional support.
The city of Fargo is no stranger to violent crime, from the 14-year-old girl stabbed to death in June to this week's triple murder and a teenager suicide earlier this month, jumping from a building downtown. Dealing with these heavy cases takes a toll on the well-being of area law enforcement, and it's important that there is mental health and emotional support systems in place to help them out.
So it's very important to offer that type of service, peer-to-peer service within law enforcement and also first responders.
At the Fargo Police Department, they have a peer support team, saying the program is designed to provide confidential emotional support during and after times of professional crisis.
Long periods of time where you don't get help creates mental health problems. So it's very important. What it means to me is that our mental health at our agency and law enforcement and first responders in general is better because of it.
Other agencies in the Fargo-Moorhead area have support groups as well. Moorhead PD, for example, has one of the only embedded counselors in the nation within their department that focuses on the mental health of the staff and the community. For Lieutenant Alfeld of Fargo PD, he has seen the importance of addressing mental health grow over the years, saying that before he started, there wasn't much discussion over the topic.
It was starting to shift where officers felt comfortable talking to other officers about it, but it took some time to get to the point where we're at now.
In Fargo, Aaron Walling, Valley News Live.
For more information on mental health resources available in the FM area, visit valleynewslive.com and click on this story. The North Dakota State Lab is dealing with a major staffing crisis as nearly 20% of their employees have quit just this year. Local investigators say they've been left with nowhere to send firearms, bullets and casings and fingerprints they've collected in criminal investigations. That has agencies like Fargo Police sending their prints to a private lab, but they say that comes with issues too.
And if an identification is made, we need someone from that lab to ultimately testify in court. So there's, the issue of who's going to pay for that, how is that going to be resolved?
Both Fargo PD and Cass County say they don't have any cases sitting on the shelf right now, but add that it has delayed justice in previous cases. A committee has been formed in hopes of finding a resolution, but officials say it won't be a quick fix. Boardwalk Bar and Grill in East Grand Forks will have to pay a $25,000 fine for staying open after businesses were ordered to close at the onset of the pandemic. They'll also have their liquor and their food and beverage licenses suspended for 30 days. The Attorney General's office filed a lawsuit against Boardwalk last December for opening its doors for in-person dining, even though that was not allowed under the governor's executive order. A controversial Teddy Roosevelt statue is being taken down in New York and moved to North Dakota. The statue features Roosevelt on horseback with a native man and a black man following behind on foot. Today it was announced that it'll be moved to the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library in Medora, set to open in 2026. An update to a story Valley News Live has been following since September. Tragedy struck the Klein family when 13-year-old Taryn was hit by a car while riding his bike in front of the West Fargo Cashwise. Tonight, Valley News team's Alex Larson got an update from Taryn's father.
Taryn Klein's dad, John Paul, says they are still unsure when his son will come home.
The problem with traumatic brain injuries is everyone is different, and they've stressed that right from the get-go that they can't let us know that, hey, this is going to be 3 months and then you'll be done, right? You can go off of what other people's recovery time is, but I mean, that really doesn't mean anything.
However, the 13-year-old has been making lots of progress in his road to recovery.
It's really nice just to know that he is actually in there, right? Because, you know, with the TBI, sometimes they can't express themselves the way that you want them to.
Klein has started to be able to answer yes or no questions, follow people with his eyes, and was even able to give his mom a hug.
It had been, what, a month and a half? Has it been that long already? It had been a while since we heard anything out of him, you know, and when they finally cut the bulb in the trach down to where air could actually hit his vocal cords, and he got kind of upset about some things, and you could actually hear him crying. It was just, I don't know. Those are those steps that, you know, you just kind of, you put in your back pocket and you're like, all right, we're moving forward.
Pending a negative COVID test, on Monday, Taryn and his mom, Cassie, will be headed to Gillette Children's Hospital in St. Paul for rehab.
That'll probably be Cassie and I kind of switching on and off to do that while the kids stay up here for school and sports. So.
Klein says the community and his kids' schools have been very supportive, raising $50,000 so far for the family via GoFundMe.
That's been probably one of the biggest helps, is the friends and family, the outpouring from the community. You know, that's the reason we've kept the updates going. I wish I had time to respond to all of them, but it's, I mean, I don't know. I can't thank everybody enough.
Alex Larson, Valley News Live.
The family typically posts updates about Taryn on Facebook and GoFundMe, but they say they'll be switching over to a Caring Bridge website soon. Police deemed it a true accident. The driver who hit Taryn was never charged. Also, new for you tonight at 10, some great news out of Foston, Minnesota. Today, students from preschool to 12th grade donated more than 5,500 toiletry items for neighbors in need. After sorting everything, the toiletries were sent on a school bus to the Loaves and Fishes food shelf in Foston.
It made me feel good to do the toiletry drive because I like to help out my community, and it feels good to help out people in need.
As a community, we really need to give back and just help the community in itself, because if not us, then who?
Those student leaders tell us they decided on toiletries because many drives gather food or clothing and toiletries get overlooked. Still to come, Beth is in with highlights after a big night of sports.
But next in weather, we're keeping our eyes on some more mild weather for your Saturday, but big time changes are in the offing on Sunday, and we'll have some highlights what you can expect as that change occurs, and look ahead towards your holiday travel forecast right after this.